I've been away for a long time. Thanks for tuning in if you are watching after me being away for a lot of months, but I'm back! There are so many things that I have to catch you all up on, and I haven't been making a lot of videos since Trump has been elected for many different reasons. Mostly because I really needed a break from social media and from online spheres, and then I realized that that break was actually taking a toll on me as well, because I needed this space to say my thoughts and be who I am. So I'm back. After a long period of mourning and healing and still healing, I'm back. And this is something I've been wanting to do a video on for a really long time, and I told you all I'd be doing it. So I'm gonna be talking about endometriosis today. The heck is endometriosis? Surprisingly, a lot of people don't actually know what this is, and this caused me to really want to make this video so I can put out a couple of clear ideas about endometriosis, and then you can go off and research the rest of it yourself. So I am speaking about this from the perspective of being a cis woman, but not everyone that has endometriosis are women, and I think that's really important to acknowledge before going forward. And that being said, the access to my healthcare has been relatively easy up until this point, and not everybody has that. So I hope that this video will help enlighten us all about endometriosis and get us talking about pain for people who have uteruses, and pain that can be managed and in some cases is more severe than others. But I would like for us to talk about reproductive health and mental health as well very normally. I think that'd be great. So let's get right into it. Endometriosis. What the heck is it? Endometriosis is a condition where the uterine lining that grows every month that is shed during a period, it grows in other places in the body, most commonly around the uterus, so could be around the fallopian tubes or your ovaries, and in other cases it can grow anywhere else in the body, which is extremely painful. Pain of this ranges from person to person, as well as the symptoms range from person to person. Some people get extremely heavy bleeding. Other people get such severe pain that they can't tolerate it, can't work, can't go out. Some people have problems with their bladder, have problems needing to pee a lot. Some people don't experience any symptoms at all. With endometriosis, the diagnosis can range. So it can be quite mild or it can be quite severe and lead to infertility problems and fertility issues. I fall somewhere kind of in the middle of that. I'm not dealing with any infertility issues, which I'm very thankful for. Just have the choice later down the line. But I deal with incredibly severe pain. When I'm on my period, the pain really affects my back, and that makes it quite hard to move. So the pain kind of shoots up my spine in such a way that makes it very, very hard for me to be mobile wherever I am. So a lot of the time I have to be lying down or I need to be relaxing. Some people are able to take pain medication and it goes away. For myself, I am only able to take the strongest medication that I can without it turning into T3s. So I take Tylenol with codeine, which is not recommended for everyone. Some people are allergic to codeine. I am not, so that's why I take that. But it's basically like the highest level of painkiller that you can buy without a prescription, but you do have to go to the desk and ask for it specifically. It's not out just at the counters. And this medication just dulls the pain, like just dulls. So it's the strongest medication that I can get without getting a T3, and it just takes the edge off of the pain, and only for a short while. So that's how severe my particular pain is, and it's really debilitating, especially if I'm in the middle of a work contract or anything in my life, school, whatever it might be. It is brutal. Unfortunately, with endometriosis, up to half of people affected can deal with some kind of infertility issue, and that is horrible for people who would like to have that option open to them down the road. As of 2015, nearly 10.5 million people are affected by endometriosis. That's a large number. And there's no cure for this. There's really only ways that you deal with it, and like I said, everybody's experience is different, and because it's so vast in severity for different people, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to dealing with it. This condition can also affect your bowels and your bladder, and basically it just makes things really difficult with bathrooms. So my reason for talking about this in this video is to A, spread awareness, B, help people understand what it's like. Endometriosis is not just an easy thing to deal with. It's actually quite difficult to manage sometimes, and everybody is different. Some people seek to pursue surgery. I have not gone down that road, so I don't have very much experience to draw from that. But it's a debilitating condition, and I think that if you are interacting with someone who may have a uterus, it is a good idea for you to know these things. My main advice for anybody who has endometriosis is try to find what works for you. I've found the medication that works for me, and I'm not really afraid to ever take that. That's what works for me, and that's what I take. So I take that pretty much every month. I have found that I need to be in a certain kind of clothing when this is happening. Like really soft, high-waisted stuff often helps for me. Nothing that's actually too tight around my uterine area. I have to be really comfortable, but in the same token, I also need to be careful about if I am bleeding, what that means for what I'm wearing. And that can be difficult because I have to be ready to spill at any point. In another one of my videos when I talked about the Diva Cup, that is actually the form of protection that I use now. So I use the Diva Cup, and it actually has worked really well with my endometriosis. It gives me a great idea of how much I'm bleeding on certain days and how much like liquid I'm losing, so that I have a good idea of how I'm feeling that day. And it's just better for comfort. I hate tampons, so now that I don't have to use those anymore, it's like the best thing ever. And I eat really healthy when I am on my period. I'm trying to do this like all the time, but I find that I have to eat things like pho broth and vegetables and really just try really hard to take care of myself. But I also have to acknowledge that sometimes I can't eat and I have to just lie in bed, and I just have to do that. Wish that sometimes there was better advice that I could give for endometriosis, but everyone is different. So if you experience endometriosis, let me know what you think and what are the things that you do to deal with your condition. Leave it in a comment down below. This has been Fistful of Feminism. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like, you can subscribe and go there and da-da-da-da-da. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you not next Friday, but the Friday after that. I sure hope I can keep that up. Okay, bye!